Welcome back. Well, beloved by millions, comedian Zarna Garg has been taking the comedy world by storm. And today, her stand-up special, Practical People Win, debuts on Hulu. Prime anchor Linsey Davis sat down with the icon to discuss her path to stardom and the lessons she's learned along the way.
Stepping into comedy later in life at 45 did not stop New York Times best-selling author and comedian Zarna Garg. The former lawyer and stay-at-home mom has gone on to perform at several late-night shows, opening for comedy legends like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, and is now selling out shows around the world herself. Her second comedy special, Practical People Win, will soon debut on Hulu, where she dives into life as a mom, immigrant, and breaks stereotypes along the way. Let's listen.
And now the Indians and the Chinese, we can't stand each other. Because somebody decided we all have to check the Asian box for college applications. So all our kids fighting for the same 15 spots at Princeton. And meanwhile, those poor Singaporeans, Filipinos, Japanese, they're like, what did we do to get stuck in this? And be honest, like when you see me, do you even think Asian? Do you think, I bet she knows where the best dim sum is?
Zarna Garg, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are excited to have you. This comedy special, it's obviously about you and your life, but a good portion about it is about being an immigrant.
Yeah.
In this country right now, it's not so funny necessarily for many immigrants.
Yeah.
How do you go about making the story funny?
Well, you have to share your life, right? You can't just be consumed by the sadness of some people's experiences, even though those experiences are very real and I'm not downplaying them. But there is a whole range of experiences that people are having in this country, including immigrants like me. And I choose to raise the topic of immigration with humor, open the conversation so we're not all yelling at each other constantly. Because right now, you say the word immigrant and everybody's angry. It's so heated. And I just think there's so much value in dropping the temperature a little bit. Like, let's all get back to a place of thinking with a little bit of calm head and sanity.
I think that there are a lot of people who are going to hear your story. Maybe they don't have the dream of becoming a comedian, right? But maybe they're 45 and they say, hey, I've been doing what I've been doing. I don't love it, but it's safe, it's secure. What made you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go for it? Were you just the funniest stay-at-home mom around? Did your kids find you funny?
No, I think I got the gift of rejection. I failed at so many things before I tried comedy. I actually failed at everything before I started. I'm licensed to practice law in New York. I'm so bad at it. I was one of the worst.
One of your jokes, you said you didn't know it was not enough to be a lawyer. You have to be a good lawyer.
Yeah, you don't know that when you go to law school. I started and closed so many businesses that didn't take off. I think my kids watched me struggle, my kids who were teenagers at the time, and my daughter was like, Mom, you actually have really good stories. Why don't you try stand-up comedy? And I was like, that's not a job. I had never thought of that as a job. I'm Indian. We don't do fun. Like I had never even been to a club to watch another comic, let alone performing and learning what that is as a business.
In your book, This American Woman, a 1 in a billion memoir, you tell a story about how you met your husband. Tell us about that online personal ad that you wrote.
So in 1997, online personals were a very new thing. There were no apps. That didn't exist. Online personals were more like newspaper ads, but online. And I was very familiar with how arranged marriage ads are written back home in India. And I was like, I need somebody who's smart and who's ambitious, and I don't want to be friends. I'm looking to get married. Please bring your tax returns and your medical records. Because I had seen my dad do that for years when he set up my 3 siblings.
Interesting.
It didn't feel wrong at the time.
So you were being serious because your now husband wrote you, is this serious?
Yeah, he was like, what is this? Is this real? He thought it was a spoof. And I was, at the time, extremely serious.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's what makes it, and it all worked out
Yeah.
in the end. Zarna, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it, and you are very funny. Viewers can watch Practical People Win streaming on Hulu and read more about her rise to success in This American Woman, now available where all books are sold. A 1 in a billion memoir.